She brought my zoom lens.
That is amazing.
This here is Punky. He is an 11-year-old black-footed penguin.
Oh my God,
so bad. A lot of people, if you think of penguins, most people think of cold weather.
Whoa, don't bump me.
There are 17 types of penguins. Only 5 of those can handle cold climates. There are no penguins found north of the equator. There are some found in the parts of the southern or the South Pole where it's extremely cold. But when most people think of penguins, they think of animals like, you know, the emperor penguin. That is cold. If you go to SeaWorld, they have penguin exhibits that you can see. This animal right here cannot go outside unless it's at least 55 to 60 degrees. It's found off the coast of South Africa.
I want to hold him.
This animal right here has an indoor pool that it gets to swim in. They're extremely agile. He could easily jump off his stage right here. They can take standard steps 2 at a time if they want to. But think about this. They live off the coast of South Africa. And as they come out of the water, they live on the rock cliffs, and they live in groups of 1,000. Now, this type of penguin right here is found on the coast of South Africa. They are called black-footed penguins. Some of you may have heard this. They are called jackass penguins. When they start to vocalize, it sounds like a donkey, and that's exactly how it sounds. And when they're together, that's what they do. In fact, when they get back to the zoo, JB, this is Punky here, JB is waiting for Punky to get back, and they will vocalize and stay next to each other for a little while. If you go to the zoo and you've been there during the winter flights, we've actually got penguins that can be outside. Those are called humble penguins. They're found on the coast of South America. But the exhibit that we have built actually has heating coils running through the rocks. The water's heated. So they can't be out for short periods of time. This is a flightless bird, but they go about 20 miles per hour through the water. The water is extremely cold, but penguins have more feathers per square inch than any bird in the world. I mean, right here on top of his head, there's about 300 feathers in that little area. It acts just like a wetsuit. So as they go in, you know, they're swimming around looking for krill or fish. And the interesting thing is, they are camouflaged. Most people, when they think of camouflage, they think black, greens, and browns. Well, I mean, if you think of black and white animals, a zebra. When a zebra gets in a huge herd, with their stripes, a lion can't distinguish one zebra. They all look like one big, massive animal. This animal here, when he's swimming, let's say if he's swimming through the water, anything underneath him, like he's swimming right now, anything underneath him, let's say a killer whale or a seal, as they're looking up through the top of the water to the sky, it's going to be relatively white with the clouds. Hopefully he's going to be camouflaged. The same is true on his back here, swimming on top of the water. A Dominican gull would easily swoop down and get a baby penguin. He's going to be covered up with the darkness of the water and the darkness of the back. Now, if people ask us, do these animals, are they your pets? We get that. No, they're not pets, but they do imprint.
No, they are.
He's 11 years old. It took me 3 years to get to the point where I could handle him at all. Because when penguins hatch, the first few people they see, that's mom and dad to them. And they will follow you anywhere. And if they don't like you and they don't want to imprint on you, you better be careful, because this is an animal that will give you a really good bite. They don't have any teeth in their mouth, but this beak here can do some serious damage. Now, we have to work hands-on with this animal, because our penguins daily need salt tablets, multivitamins. They may even need stuff like Baytril and itraconazole, anything that they may need. We have to give them their medicine inside their fish. So they are hand-fed twice a day, and all we do is we give them trout, we open up their beak like this, and they take the fish whole. But they're an animal that you may have seen him before. He'll come out on stage on Letterman. He will follow right behind Jack Hanna, walk up. Anywhere you go, he will basically follow you around because they've imprinted on you. And a lot of the animals do that. The ones you'll see here later on, some have picked Linda that don't work with me. You can't take that personally. It's just the way the animals are. And if they don't want to work with you, that's fine, because if you push it too far, all of us have stories where sometimes in the past we've got a little complacent and someone's ended up, you know, at the med center, or they've ended up at the hospital because they've taken a pretty bad bite, or they've got a flaw, and 99% of the time it's your own fault. So we've got to be real careful, but they're great animals to work with. And this is one that he's gone with us probably at every show. I mean, he's done so much traveling with us. When we go to a hotel, we fill up the bathtub, he swims around for a little while. He'll walk around the room with you, just hang out with you. You can watch TV, and he'll sit right on the floor next to you. So.
Oh, it's awesome.